Hello, and welcome to After Further Review. Today's video is really just fun with editing. A few days ago, I just happened to be rolling through YouTube, and I came across on my feed The Old Man and the Three, which is JJ Redick's podcast. And he had on special guest Richard Jefferson. Now, that's not breaking news by itself. However, 5 minutes into this episode, I knew that we had to make the video you're watching right now. And the reason is, once you take out all of the basketball conversation, all of the MVP talk, all of the who's going to be good next year, take all that stuff out, all the deep dive stuff, take all the basketball out. And what you are left with is just a fun, rapid fire, out of context series of jabs and jokes and cheap shots and side stories and all the things that make player podcasts fun. So, take the next 8.5 minutes or so and enjoy all of these jabs and ribbing that we're about to see from JJ Redick and Richard Jefferson. This is Podcast Gold.
All right, let's welcome in former NBA player, podcaster, TikTok influencer, current broadcaster for ESPN and the Yes Network, a man with many talents.
Thank you.
Richard Jefferson.
Thank you. Hey, JJ. How you doing?
It's good to see you, man.
It's great to be here. Who's this guy?
Nobody knows.
Does it make you and Channing upset that you guys were the second active athletes in the NBA to have a podcast? Because I feel like when you're the first, it's a momentous occasion.
Yeah.
You guys are sort of just a footnote in history.
I think the best way to say it is, in the way we like to frame it, is we were the first athletes with an in-season podcast. A lot of people do stuff in the off-season. Because I remember your stuff more off-season-ish. And it was just fun being, kind of a trendsetter.
You think you consider yourself a trailblazer in this space?
Oh, goddamn right. We're new media. Again, there's probably been one or two things go viral from some of your podcasts. Like we were changing the world on ours. We were changing the world. We were changing the shapes and dimensions. Like when Neil deGrasse Tyson is talking about like flat Earth, you're just like, yeah, we might have contributed to that a little bit.
We get paid to talk about basketball.
We look at each other all the time and be like, this isn't real. People were telling me, it's like, hey, have you listened to JJ's podcast? And I'm not going to lie. It was like, I think you had either a Mike Krzyzewski on maybe or something. And it was like, listen to fucking NPR. So I was like, no, I'm good. About like, no, listen, JJ was on it. And then obviously we took it, spun it, turned it into jazz, made it beautiful. Because I was like, I got to start preparing if I'm going to do something. And his first thing was like, hey, you got to find ways to get reps. Go into the local CBS and fill out a bracket. Just find ways to get reps because they all want you as a player. So I started doing tons of it. That's where my spot road tripping started, because I was like, how do I get more reps?
That's an incredible way to approach it, I think. Some of us just get a deal right away when we retire from a network like ESPN, and we don't have to do, reps for everybody else.
See, this is the thing that people don't understand about JJ. He's a fucking asshole.
I think people understand it. They understand.
No, but I don't think they understand the nuance in it, and that's what I appreciate the most.
I have to follow up something, because you just said I'm a dick, and I want to tell this brief little conversation I had with Ryan Rucco. So Ryan and RJ and I have worked a ton of games together this year. And earlier in the season, it was probably after our 5th or 6th game, he was like, I'm really vibing with you guys. He's like, RJ, he's kind of like sarcastic and he's kind of a dick. And then you're kind of like silly, funny. And I thought to myself, this motherfucker does not know me.
I was like, oh, no.
And some people can't handle intensity.
No, there's a dickness that comes.
There's certainly a dickness.
There's a dickness that comes with a Duke person believing that they're right.
I've heard this a lot. That I think that I'm right all the time. I don't always think I'm right. I'm just right like 96, 97% of the time.
Yeah, and we have the same percentage of being right. The difference is when I process if I'm wrong, I don't care. I just want to piss people off from not like changing my stance. I'm just like, fuck it. Yeah, I still believe this. What are you going to do about it?
Are you responsible for the Spurs winning after you left there too?
Oh, goddamn right. Yeah, they were like, Richard's got to go because we have this guy named Kawhi Leonard that we feel like we should get some more minutes for.
You're really responsible for 3 different teams winning championships.
Let me be really honest. I'm responsible for far more than that. It's a hatred via respect. There's no disrespect. Just individually, I hate all of the Duke players.
What was Gil like
fucking crazy. Like, I'm not a normal person. No one looks at me and looks at my behavior and says like, oh, Richard's normal. Gilbert was 12 steps further than that at all. Can you get your up to the mic a little bit? Yeah, there you go.
I wasn't speaking.
We can edit it in post. Don't worry about it. It's just Gil. And the sooner you accept him for who he is and keep your distance, the better off everyone will be.
What the could you do with Shaquille O'Neal at that point in his career?
Lakers in that 01. The Kevin Durant led Warriors.
01, you lost to Duke.
Yeah. No, it was the 01-02 season. So my bad. But with the Shaq shit, there was no fucking guarding him. You were not fucking with Shaq, bro. They changed how you had to construct your roster. You had to have 2 or 3 bigs just for fucking fouls. There was no guarding him.
At the time, I'm a college kid, but I had grown up watching the NBA.
Were you a fan
of the Nets?
Of me?
Not particularly. We played Texas in the Meadowlands. Mm-hmm. And while we won, and I had, a 40 ball,
humble.
The only thing I could think to myself would be like, what a shitty place to play professional basketball.
It was god awful. And so we had 4 guys that couldn't shoot great, and then Kerry was our one like kind of shooter. He was our JJ Redick, if you will, but he played defense. And one of the biggest compliments that Tim Duncan ever gave me, and he's an asshole, and he's a dick.
Who's a bigger dick?
Oh, Tim, yeah. But we are joint in the fact that he hates Duke also, so we bond over that, right? Being a Wake Forest guy. But Tim is top 5 biggest assholes in this league, right? Funny, but an asshole. So when we played you guys in 02, right? Did you guys think you really had a chance?
It was 03.
The
finals are generally in June. They're in June. So you didn't play them in the finals in 02.
It's the 02-03 season, bitch. My bad. I respect other people's 4. I like just make sure. Oh, don't start shooting shots in my argument. Tell me your 4 and why, and we live with that. Yeah. It's my Mount Rushmore, not yours.
That's a great way to put it.
Yeah, it's mine. It's mine. I don't want to hear your opinions about why mine is wrong. Just tell me yours. We'll talk about it. We might have some differences, opinions, and then we go our way.
You bring up a great point.
I know.
And I get criticized, and maybe it's rightfully so,
probably,
for disrespecting other generations. Like, he was one of the few guys that shot over 40% in that era too.
I had no idea about that. That's great for you.
We've gone so far off the beaten path, and I love it.
Yeah,
and I love it. This
is more road tripping. Okay, guys, we can be honest. We're going to be vulnerable here, right? This is a safe space. No one's listening. Okay, so are we done drinking? What?
Here, take some more.
What was your favorite moment of the 2004 Olympics?
Fuck you. It was. That's what it was. That was my favorite moment. Kiss my ass. That's what. No. All kidding aside, fuck you. But yes, let's first say. But my favorite
shots out of left field.
Right? It's like, what was your favorite moment about when your grandmother passed? Tell me about that funeral. How pretty were the flowers?
We gotta get back to the tough question.
I went to Arizona, so it was like a big sports school. You don't know about that. So there was a lot of athletes from Arizona. There was. Fast forward the very next summer, the same Argentina team with Nocioni and Umberto and Manu.
Pepe Sanchez.
Yeah, Pepe Sanchez. All these guys that had played
Carlos
together.
Delfino.
We get it, bro. Thank you for showing us your Argentina knowledge. We were the team that helped change it for the future.
I think the documentary was
fair.
The ability to add the 3-point shot and how that sort of lengthened your career. I want to get into sort of the origins of that, the people that influenced that.
Oh, you're such a dick.
No, but listen, I want to point out that you have the same 3-point percentage as one of the greatest 3-point shooters of all time, Larry Bird.
See, you guys don't see what he's doing. No, it was. I can't give Chip England enough credit. I can't give Pop enough credit for, cussing me out.
I don't want to gas you up here. I don't want to give you a compliment.
Because I just gave a Duke guy a compliment in Chip England.
When you came back,
I forgot you were here.
I know it happens sometimes. Actually, frequently.
It's because you're long-winded.
Yeah. I'm very long. With this podcast, no dead air. Ryan Anderson, he's my next door neighbor. Great guy, nice dude.
Is that a humble brag?
No. I'm just saying. What I'm saying is like I know Ryan personally, and watching how he was. What I'm saying, watching how he. I don't get the fucking giggles right now. I'm just saying, I'm about to give a context, and I'm not.
It's a really funny brag.
It's a yeah. It's like I'm not stunting that Ryan
Anderson's
Anderson. Yeah, he made a lot of money though. Let's be.
I have 3 more quick hitters.
They're
okay?
not going to be quick because I'm long-winded.
All right. Why do you hate the Knicks so much?
They are the meanest people to their own franchise and to each other. Don't look at us.
You don't know Philly fans, man.
Yeah, Phillies.
No, I do know Philly fans. My mom and stepdad
That's
are
right,
from
that's right,
Philly.
yeah,
They're
yeah.
from Philly, so I'm very aware of them. But they're different. And Al Horford talked about it on, I think it was your podcast. I'm not sure who it was. Maybe it was Road Tripping. It was like he talked.
It was ours.
It was yours.
Yeah.
He talks.
You guys don't get a lot of clicks. It's weird.
Shit. He said this shit a couple weeks ago when we were
Wait,
together.
what did I say?
You said like, it's weird that I didn't know you were still doing your podcast. But this
I didn't say that.
Wait. This is the thing. Hey, JJ, how's your schedule right now?
Fuck you. I have one, but now that I've listened to you talk, it's just, I don't want to spend another 15 minutes.
Fuck you, bro. You're welcome.
Episode 2 of Islands in the League, we discussed this in-season trades and how it actually plays out.
You don't have to promote your podcast on your podcast.
It's
bro.
not a podcast. It's a YouTube video series presented by DraftKings. I feel like early on, you hated me.
No.
And you've come around.
Okay.
And now I consider you a friend.
No, don't go that far. Don't go that far. Let me say this. But no. No, you just have a passion for the game that I respect. I don't respect your game. I don't respect you as a person, but your passion for the game is undeniable.
Totally.
It's undeniable. That was a compliment, right?
That was a compliment. That was
Thank you.
Yeah, that was heartfelt.
That was the backhanded compliment.
Well, that's the only ones I give.
Well, I hope you enjoyed that as much as I did. Now, the links for the Old Man in the Three podcast, which is JJ Redick and Tommy Alter, as well as Road Trippin', which is the podcast with Richard Jefferson and Channing Frye, are both listed in the description below. Now, they don't need my help, but if you're a basketball enthusiast, enjoy basketball content, I strongly recommend that you give them a shot. And with that, we'll see you next time here on After Further Review. You guys have a wonderful day.